If anyone wants to dig, by all means dig and then let us know what's going on. Teresa, yeah, we're going from Kyle, who you guys love so much, to Teresa. You see what happens when we have just David? You guys loving just David? Anyway, Teresa says she's not desperate. Teresa says she's not desperate. Well, if Teresa says it, we should believe it, right? Well, here's what's happening, guys. We know that Teresa recently said a few weeks ago she's open to reconciliation. And now everyone is saying, of course, she's saying that, and she's desperate to keep her job. Well, sources from inside Teresa's camp. Oh, you know what? God, I have to make a note to myself. I still need to talk more about BravoCon. I've got a lot to say about let me make a note to myself. I mean, about Teresa and BravoCon and Louis and what it all means. So please just put a pin in that. I'm reminding myself that I need to talk about this right now. But sources from inside Teresa's camp, anonymous sources. It's always an anonymous source. Hi, Teresa. Sounds like it's Teresa herself. Now, she fired the scumbag lawyer. So, God, I go from being upbeat and positive to when I talk about Teresa, it's like, fuck this and goddamn this and scumbag lawyer. But here's the thing. I mean, it sounds like Teresa's putting this out there for a source. The thing that stinks is they're talking about her wanting to reconcile. Never say never. The thing that stinks is this does come off as her looking desperate for wanting to make up with Joe and Melissa. An anonymous source tells Radar Online, very close to Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Louie. We know you're the source. But that's truly not the case at all. Teresa is not desperate. So she says she's not desperate. As anticipated, I said a week or two ago, oh, I bet you this is going to happen. And by the way, on Patreon this Saturday, I'm going to talk about her time on Special Forces. I know she's voted off, but I have a new theory. But the source is saying instead, she's not desperate. It was her time on Special Forces. So special forces, the 2 weeks she was there, the tent. Look, do I think it was real, that it's a real thing, that it looks really fucking hard? And do I understand why Eva Marcel is like the water is coming in and she leaves and Teresa can't make it up the hill and she leaves and Brittany leaves? I get it. We got three Bravo celebrities down. I love how the first three people to walk out are Bravo celebrities. But come on, Andy, toughen them up over there. So I think it's a real thing. And trust me, if I was there, I'm not a quitter. I'm really not a quitter. I truly don't think I would quit the show. I really don't. I really don't. But I don't know. I mean, a lot of these things, it's a hard show. So I think it's a real show, but you're not there for 6 months. I mean, if Teresa came out from jail and said, I was behind bars and I had to scrub toilets there and I had to, like, brush my teeth with a toothbrush that I used to, like, wipe my ass with, and here's how I'm changed from jail, I would say 11 months is a long time to sit with your thoughts and work in the courtyard and serve a hot meal of like bread and mush to someone. But she didn't change from that. Todd Chrisley and Julie don't seem changed. I can't believe Karen Huger don't seem changed. My money is on Jen Shaw. I actually think maybe Shaw will come out changed, but probably not because she's clapping back at Andy Cohen when he says, I never want to see you again. But instead, it was Special Forces. Guys, the whole season is Special Forces. It lasts probably 2 weeks. Teresa was there for 2 episodes. And really? This 2 seconds you were there changed you? Really? I call bullshit on this. Instead, it was her time on Special Forces and a conversation she had with her oldest daughter, Gia, Junior G, my friend Junior G, that inspired her to want to settle her differences with her brother and sister in law once and for all. Again, 11 months behind bars. Yes, yes, that changes you. A near death experience where, like, your car flips over, you're on life support, and you come back. Yes. 2 days on Special Forces when that probably was filmed over the course of 5 hours? Bullshit. On the show, her daughter Gia made her agree that stopping fighting, so we're thinking Gia, would be best for everyone. No shit. So when she was doing an interview promoting the show on Jeff Lewis and on other podcasts too, she kept repeating the same thing. And she was asked about Joe and Melissa. She gave the answer that she did. Never say never. She just didn't articulate it clearly. Really, Teresa not articulating something? Although Teresa hasn't heard anything yet regarding season 15, the source described her as strong and said she'd be all right either way, which is really what Teresa has been saying in interviews, that she's not desperate and that she's strong. But here's the thing, this is what this source says. And this source that said this is an exact quote that Teresa said herself in an interview. So you want to know why I think Teresa or Louis are the source? Again, she learns the lines and she says, would the professor take the test? But this is what the source says. She will be fine whichever way this works out. Like she always says, if it turns out to be a no, God's rejection is God's protection. That is literally what she said herself on a podcast. So these lines are really rehearsed. She says she's not desperate. Okay, Teresa, you say you're not desperate just because you say it isn't true. I don't wish harm on her. I don't like people losing their jobs, but I do think you're desperate. But she says she isn't. Scheana Shay turned down the Valley. Did you guys see this? Scheana Shay is clapping back at everyone. We just talked about her feud with Lala. And to not have an overwhelming one day of Scheana, we moved the conversation on. But let's come back to this. We talked Lala yesterday and how she has some words for Lala and Lala has some words for her. But she brought Alex Baskin on. Scheana Shay is very smart, very good at the game, Scheana. Now, I don't know if you're going to win in a verbal smackdown against the rat that scurries. That Tamara, you gotta watch her. You got to watch that Tamara. She quit for three times. But Scheana Shay says she turned down the Valley for season 3. So, and she's so smart. She calls Alex Baskin executive producer, Vanderpump Rules executive producer, Real Housewives of Orange County, executive producer, The Valley. So, we wouldn't believe Scheana in a million, billion, trillion years ever that she got an offer and turned it down. Except now you have the executive producer who gives out offers sitting right in front of you. He seems to be backing you on this. Okay, well, it's true. Very smart, Scheana. I see you. So Scheana says, for anyone hoping that I would be joining the cast of The Valley, I am sorry to disappoint you this season. And for those of you who were very vocal about not wanting me to join the show, don't worry. I'm sure I will find some other way to disappoint you, so stay tuned. Why are these people in the comments, in the comment section? It's no way to live. I have not signed on for season 3 of The Valley. She's not coming. According to Alex, he and his team definitely had serious conversations about Scheana being a part of the cast and made a compelling offer. They made Scheana a compelling offer. Scheana says it was a great offer. It was a great offer. And she actually went on to say that she went on to say that, she turned down the great offer, what she calls a compelling offer for season 3 of The Valley because she just wanted to go in a different direction. She says the real reason that she turns it down, she says, is there was a tweet that Scheana joining the Valley would be like that girl who graduated high school and is in college and is still going to the high school parties. Now, let me tell you something, guys. If there were money on the table,